So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is an international call. We've got people from all over the world on it. We're going to be going through some special material today, specifically regarding the rewards plan and getting a better in-depth understanding. Ray has been putting some really good stuff together for you. So I'll let Ray get on with the training, but what I will just say, just a quick introduction to Ray for those of you that don't know him. He is someone that I've known for many years. He is someone I would consider to be a winner. He's very successful traditional business person. He runs his own very successful software company. He's also been very successful in network marketing. He's been the #1 income earner with I think 3 companies. He's been in the industry 37 years. And he's currently a #1 income earner with another business. He's no longer building that business. He's just receiving a passive income. And he's been shown everything over the years. But when he was introduced to Cashfx, he saw straight away the potential and jumped in. And interestingly, he did so without touching his existing business. He's not shown anyone in that business Cashfx. So he's basically start from scratch, and is a shining example of what you can do with consistent, massive action. He's been in the business only a few months. He's already got 800 people in his team. As you can see, he's already a manager, and he's pushing hard now to go director, which he should do hopefully in the next month or so. So he has a wealth of experience that he'll be able to bring to you on this call. And so without further ado, I'll pass you over to Ray.
Thank you very much, Richard, for that very auspicious introduction. I'm very grateful to you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome to our regular Saturday training with Richard and I. We very much enjoy bringing these trainings to you because we understand that the more knowledge you have about the fantastic Cashfx business that you're involved in, the better you're able to build it. And understanding and knowledge is everything. Knowledge is power. So we try and bring you some knowledge in kind of bite-sized pieces so that it's easy to absorb. We are recording this, so this will be available in a few days for you to review. And today, what I'm going to touch upon is something that I feel through feedback from my own team is a real point of confusion for many people, not just in my team, but I think maybe for other people as well. And there's a lot of people who join Cashfx who don't really understand the difference between the matrix and the Unilevel. Some people don't even know what that is, and that's something we're going to address today on the call. So let me start by explaining what a Unilevel is. For those of you who don't know a Unilevel, in our kind of business, network marketing, we always have a structure for building teams, a little bit like an organizational chart in a company. It's how you structure your team. And we're very lucky in Cashfx. We actually have 2 structures running alongside each other. One is the Unilevel and one is the matrix. And I'm going to explain in detail what both of these do. Okay, so what is a Unilevel? Well, a Unilevel is a type of structure that allows us to build as wide as we like and as deep as we like. Okay, so there's no limitation on the width, you know, how many people you can put under you immediately, width-wise, as we say, on your first row. And there's no limitation on the depth, okay? There is a limitation on to how far you get paid down that depth, which we'll come on to later, but fundamentally you can build as wide as you like and as deep as you like in a Unilevel, okay? So it's a very fluid structure. Okay, and we use the Unilevel in our business to control one side of how we get paid, and which I'm going to come on to later. So that's what a Unilevel is. It's just a type of structure that we use for organizational purposes and to pay us for one side of our business. Okay, so the other type of structure is what we call a forced matrix. Now, there are many types of force matrix. Our particular type is called a 3x3. Why is it called a 3x3? Well, the reason it's called a 3x3 is because in the force matrix that exists in our business, which is completely separate from the Unilevel, I must stress the Unilevel and the matrix are completely separate structures from each other, okay? We have both of them running in our business at the same time. So with the force matrix, the width on your first level is limited to just 3 people, okay? So it's kind of locked in to 3 people on your first level. So it's forced. So anyone coming in after those first 3 people are forced down onto the next level. So for example, the lady on the left here, as you can see, her first level is 3 people also. And when the lady in the middle introduces people, her first level is 3 people, and so on and so forth. So everyone has a 3x3 structure, okay? So that's the difference between a Unilevel and a force matrix. The Unilevel is as wide as you like and as deep as you like, whereas the force matrix is 3x3x3x3 to 10 levels, okay, to level 10. So, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's, you can see the levels on the left. Your level 0, by the way, in both the Unilevel and in the force matrix. So the first people you put on your first row are your level 1, and so on and so forth. Okay. So how does that work mathematically? Well, in a force matrix, obviously on your first level, you can have 3 people. And then because it works on a 3x3, it's a simple multiplication. So on your second level, 3 times 3 will be 9. On your third, 9 times 3 is 27. Times 3 is 81. Times 3 is 243 people. Times 3 is 729. Times 3 is 2187. Times 3 is 6561. Times 3, 19,682. And times 3, 59,049 people. So what it means is that when your matrix is full, as we say, in other words, you've filled it completely, 10 levels deep, 3 wide, there are 88,571 people in your matrix. This is nothing to do with the Unilevel, okay? The Unilevel could fill faster, the matrix could fill faster. It just depends on a huge range of factors, which we won't go into here because we haven't got all day. But once the matrix is filled, once your particular matrix is filled, you will have 88,571 people in your matrix, which is the sum total of all those figures there across 10 levels, okay? So that's why it's called a force matrix, because it's forced 3x3 down 10 levels. The maximum you can have in your matrix is 88,571 people. Realistically, is your matrix going to fill tomorrow? No. Is your matrix going to fill next week? No. Next month? Probably not. Next 6 months? Probably not. I realistically think that the matrix, depending on how active the team above you is and how active you are, is a 3 to 5 year plan, realistically, okay? I think 3 to 5 years is a realistic estimation to fill the matrix. Some people will do it faster, some people will take longer, but I think a realistic estimation is 88,571 people filling a matrix within 5 years, okay? But as I said, there's a lot of factors that can affect that. So let's just compare the Unilevel and the matrix side by side, just to get a sort of an overview feel. So we understand that the Unilevel, we can have unlimited width and we get paid, we can have unlimited depth, but we only get paid 10 levels deep, okay? We can have unlimited depth, but we only get paid 10 levels deep. However, when you get into the President's Club and become a ambassador, a president or an ambassador or a global ambassador in this business, you can earn beyond 10 levels in the Unilevel. You can earn to infinity. You get a global bonus that pays on your whole business regardless of how far it goes down. So that's the benefit of the Unilevel, okay? I already have, I've only been in, it's day 159 for me today, and I already have people on level 10, 11 and 12 in my business. But I'm not yet getting paid on those because of the qualifications I'm going to talk about later, but that's okay. I know that I'm going to get paid on them one day, and it's just building a store of income for me at this particular point. Whereas the 3x3 forced matrix, is 3 people wide and 10 levels deep. And as we saw in the previous slide, that will result in 88,571 people, okay? So everyone who joins Cashfx, whether they're passive or active, they will be placed in the force matrix, but they will also be placed in the Unilevel. So for example, if you introduce a person directly, that person will get placed under you in the Unilevel on your level 1, but they may not end up on level 1 in the force matrix. And we're going to go into some detail, and this is the bit that confuses everyone, okay? So again, just comparing the Unilevel and the matrix side by side, these two structures can build completely differently at the same time, okay? Because the Unilevel is dependent on you and your team. I'm just going to set that in your mind. The Unilevel, how it builds, is dependent on you and your team. The force matrix has one external factor that the Unilevel doesn't. The force matrix depends on you and your team and the people above you, okay? So for example, your sponsor could actually put somebody in your matrix. Your sponsor's sponsor could actually put somebody in your matrix, okay? In network marketing, we call this term spillover, okay? So the activity of the people above you can actually benefit you in the matrix, but not in the Unilevel, because that's solely reliant on you and your team. Whereas in the matrix, that's reliant on you and your team, but also you can benefit from the people above you. And that's why the matrix and the Unilevel can build at the same time. So for example, you might have 33 people on your level 1 in the Unilevel, but you would still only have a maximum of 3 people on your level 1 in the matrix, because you can only have 3 people on your level 1 in the matrix. You might have 22 people on your level 2, but you can only have 9 people on your level 2 in the force matrix, okay? You might have 43 people on your level 3, but you can only have 27, because you can see in the force matrix it's 3, 9, 27. It's multiplying by 3. The Unilevel, it doesn't matter. It doesn't care about multiplication. You can go as wide as you like and deep as you like. So as this builds out, you can see that the force matrix retains the structure of the 3 by 3, while your Unilevel can be completely different, okay? And this is the bit that confuses people. They don't understand how the Unilevel can be different from the force matrix, okay? Both in terms of numbers and in terms of placement. And we're dealing with the number side of it at the moment. We're going to come on to the placement side of it in a minute. But this is how the Unilevel and the force matrix differ greatly from each other, okay? So you can build a Unilevel that looks like this picture on the left, but at the same time, your force matrix builds completely differently, because it's a force matrix. It's 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 by 3, whereas the Unilevel, again, is wide as you like, deep as you like, okay? So let's just look at how the matrix fills, because again, this is something that not a lot of people understand. And the matrix fills a certain way. It's important to understand a point here, that we in the business, we have no control over how the matrix fills. It is managed by the computer systems in Cashfx, and it is structured to fill a particular certain way, okay? And it fills from the top, from the left to right, okay? I'm going to run this little animation and you'll see how this begins to fill, and I'll talk over it as it runs, okay? So you can see immediately as I press the button, 1, 2, 3 fill left to right, then it fills position 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3 on the second level. Now it's position 1, 1, 1 on the third level, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9. And now once level 3 is filled, it will go on to the row below, which is level 4, and it will fill 81 people. But it fills sequentially and balances. In other words, it will look to balance the position under the first position on the left there with the position on the middle and the position on the right. So it fills left to right, and it looks for balancing gaps. It tries to fill evenly, okay? Again, I wouldn't worry about it too much, because at the end of the day, we have no control over how this matrix fills. Okay, it's a machine-driven thing. So I don't think about it. I just let it do what it does. Okay, as long as I'm building my team in the Unilevel, I know that my matrix is filling. I've seen lots and lots of people get hung up on, oh, how does the matrix, can I position people? Can I do that? No, you can't. The machines control the matrix. Okay, and it's a bit like the film, The Matrix. It's all about the machines. Okay, the matrix is a system, Neo. So what I focus on, and what Richard and other leaders focus on, is we build our Unilevel. We build our Unilevel. The matrix will take care of itself. It will look after itself. The more people you put in your Unilevel, the more people will get in your matrix. Okay, it's that simple. Okay, and as you and your team build your Unilevel, you and your team will build your matrix, and other people above you in the matrix will put people in that matrix, as you'll see a little bit later on. So let's just have a look at this. So now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty. And what I've done here is put a demonstration together of how this feels in real time. So you can visually see this, because this is the thing that people struggle with. They don't understand how this can build and that can build at the same time, and how one can be different from the other. So here's you at the top, you at the top of your Unilevel, and you're at the top of your force matrix, okay, because that's where you are. So let's say you introduce this lady here, okay. She would be in your first position on your Unilevel. Again, it doesn't matter where, she's just on level 1 in your Unilevel. The fact that I put her on the left is irrelevant. It's just for the purposes of illustration. But because she was the first person that you introduced, she also goes into the leftmost position on your matrix, on your level 1. Okay? So you introduce someone, ends up in your Unilevel, but also goes into your matrix. Then you introduce another person, and again, they're in your level 1 Unilevel, but the matrix puts them in position 2 on your matrix. Okay, simple so far. Then you introduce another person, and again, they go onto your Unilevel 1 in your Unilevel, and that person then fills the last position that's available in your matrix, because remember, you can only have 3 people at the top of your matrix. All right. Now, this gentleman here introduces a lady, and how that works in the matrix is, because this person was directly introduced by that guy, this person goes into his position 1 in the matrix, because obviously under him in the matrix, he's got 3 positions, okay? And he needs to fill those positions. And because it's his introduction, it goes in his matrix, which is part of your matrix. And then you introduce another guy. Now, this is where it starts to get interesting, because we know that the top 3 positions on the matrix are filled. So how's the matrix going to position this guy that you've just introduced? Well, because the matrix is looking to position left to right and fill the positions, what it does is it can't put the person on level 1, so it has to find the next available slot left to right on level 2. So even though you introduced this guy personally and he goes on your level 1 in your Unilevel, in your matrix, he's ended up on level 2. So now you can begin to see how the Unilevel can build one way and the matrix can build another way, because you've got no control over where that guy goes in the matrix. The matrix just positions him on the next available slot left to right with balance. Okay. Then you introduce another person. Well, where does that person go? Well, that person goes there, because the matrix is looking to fill equally in balance left to right. Okay. So now you can begin to see that the Unilevel and the force matrix, even at this very early stage, you've only introduced 5 people personally, but even now your Unilevel is beginning to look quite different from your forced matrix. So let's carry on and see what happens. So this guy then introduces another guy. I think that must be his twin brother. And obviously, because that guy was introduced by that guy over there on the Unilevel, this guy now fits in on his second position in the matrix, because it has to go under him in the matrix. So again, you can see it's looking different. And then this guy introduces another person, okay? And again, that person now goes under him in the matrix as well, okay? And then what happens is that this person introduces a person, and that person goes under her in the matrix. And then this guy here, this is where it starts to get interesting. This guy here that you personally introduce now introduces a person. So where's that guy going to go? Well, we know that the matrix is filling left to right, looking for balance. Well, because it's his personal, it goes there, because it has to go under him in the matrix. So if you actually look at that, the guy that you introduced is on your level 1 in your Unilevel, but he's on your level 2 over there in your matrix. And the guy that he introduced is on your level 2 in your Unilevel, but he's on your level 3 in the matrix. So again, you can see how the differentiation takes place between the Unilevel and the forced matrix. Again, we've got no control over the matrix. We cannot touch the matrix. We can't place anybody. We can't do anything, okay? Just how it works. So then this guy introduces a person. Well, where does that person go? Well, obviously, because this guy introduced that person must go on level 3 of the matrix, even though this girl is now on level 2 of your Unilevel. So there is a direct correlation between the Unilevel and the forced matrix. But if you expect the forced matrix to look the same as your Unilevel tree, and we all know that in the back office, you can view your Unilevel tree, you can view your matrix tree. If you expect them to look the same, you'll be disappointed, because they will not be the same, okay? They just won't. So this guy then introduces this lady here. And again, that goes on level 2 of your Unilevel, but level 3 of your matrix. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because suddenly somebody above you up in your line of sponsorship has introduced somebody, and his matrix is obviously bigger than yours, but you form part of his matrix, and the matrix has allocated the person that he's introduced into your matrix, because that's the next available slot in his matrix. So every matrix is part of another matrix within the system, okay? So your matrix is part of your sponsor's matrix, is part of his sponsor's matrix, is part of that sponsor. And so you can achieve people in your team and scratch your head and go, where did that person come from? They're not in my team, in my Unilevel. I don't see them, but they're in my matrix. Now, I've got people in my team who've rung me up and said, I've got 4 people in my team. I haven't introduced anybody yet. And this is the incredible thing. Richard and I discuss this all the time. We know, because of the way the matrix works, we know that in the next 5 or 6 years, there will be people in Cashfx who have been completely passive from day one, who have never introduced a soul, who will have thousands of people in their matrices and be earning tens of thousands of dollars a week off that matrix, having never introduced a soul. I'm just going to let that sink in for a minute. There are people who are going to be in this business in the next 5 or 6 years who will have tens of thousands of people in their matrix and be earning tens of thousands of dollars, having never introduced a soul to this business, 100% passively, because everyone who's passive earns matrix income. I'm going to show you how that works in a bit. So it is now possible that you can have more people in your matrix than in your Unilevel, because you can get spillover from your upline. And it's happened in my team. I know it's happened in Richard's team. You know, other people in my team have had it. Okay, that's how that works. So then this person introduces another person, of course, that has to go under him in the matrix. And you can see in the matrix how it's filling 3 by 3 by 3, okay? Whereas the Unilevel, it doesn't care. And then this person introduces that person, okay? And so now we look at that and we can see that the whole picture between the Unilevel tree and the matrix tree is utterly, utterly different. And this is what confuses the hell out of people when they look at the Unilevel versus the matrix inside Cashfx. I actually have to say that the way 𝙏𝙗𝙖𝙣 and the team have put this together by combining the power of a Unilevel with the power of a force matrix is a stroke of genius that I've never seen before. When I first saw this and understood what they'd done here, I actually had to sit down and just take a moment to absorb it, because it was so powerful. Because what they've done, and I'll show you this in a bit, they've allocated one side of the money to the Unilevel and allocated another side of the income to the force matrix. Because normally in a network marketing company such as ours, you tend to find it's either a Unilevel or a force matrix or a binary or what, upside down pineapple cake or whatever it is. And they try and make one thing fit every need. But it never really works. What these guys did was had the gumption to go, actually, the Unilevel will fit that part of our business plan and a force matrix works best for this part of it. Now let's put the two together. Now, as you know, I run a software company, okay? My software platform is running at 6.5 million lines of code right now. So I understand what goes on behind the scenes of these things. To put the software together, to build a Unilevel and a matrix into and track all that stuff. You know, I look at the back office that we've got, and I know I've got an idea in my head of how much development cost it was to put that back office together. And we're talking millions of dollars, guys and girls, millions of dollars. Now, in a lot of other companies, when they give you a back office as powerful as that, they go, oh, we want $29 a month for that. This company, give it to us. You know, I'm here to tell you that I've been in this business nearly 6 months, and not once has that back office broken on me. And the more I use it, the more I'm getting in depth with it, and the more granular the detail I'm finding that's already in the back office. You are in other businesses, you're sometimes flying blind as to your business. With this company in this back office, and the way they've structured this Unilevel, this force matrix, you have access to every granular detail of your business, and they give you that for free. My God, I've never seen a business like this. I really haven't. And so by combining the power of this Unilevel and this force matrix, we have the best monetary platform I've ever seen in my 37 years career of network marketing. And that's why it is so powerful and so rewarding financially for us, because they've taken a bold step by combining two different structures within one business. So that's how your Unilevel and your force matrix can look different from each other in real time. So let's move on a little bit. Okay, there's another person came in there. Now, obviously, because this person, although this person is the fourth person for this guy over on the Unilevel, he can only have 3 on his front line of his force matrix. So this person has to go down onto the next level in that guy's matrix. Okay, so even though this lady with the purple shirt and the blonde hair is on your level 2 of your Unilevel, she's on your level 3 in the matrix because of the way the matrix is auto placing. Okay. Somebody once said to me, can we place people in our Unilevel? The answer to that question is yes and no. If you want to place somebody, you effectively have to give away the sign up, which means you're giving up the fast start bonuses and you're giving up other income. If you want to do that, that's fine, but just be aware that you're giving up the income. You know, you'll still get Unilevel bonuses, but you won't get the fast starts. Okay, so moving on. As you can see from this diagram, the first three people that we introduced, or that you introduced, went on to level 1, positions 1, 2, and 3 in your matrix. However, the 4th and 5th person that you introduced, although they're on your level 1 in your matrix and your unilevel, sorry, they're on your level 2 in your force matrix, because you can only have 3 positions at the top of your matrix, and then the matrix wants to fill the next row, and then the next row, and then the next row, and that's how it works. So let's just have a little look about how the money works in a unilevel in the matrix. So remember, we introduced this lovely looking blonde girl with a pink shirt, pink top on. When you introduce somebody in your unilevel, depending on the pack that they come in, well, you always get a fast start bonus, but the size of that bonus will depend on the pack. The way that I calculate it quickly is that it's 15% of whatever the pack value is. So for example, if somebody comes in on a $1,000 pack, your fast start bonus will be $150. It's 15%. Okay. If they come on a $300 pack, your fast start bonus will be $45. However, look at where this lady is placed. You've directly introduced her, therefore she's on the level 1 of your unilevel. And in accordance with the pay plan, not only do you earn the fast start bonus because she's a personal introduction, you earn a unilevel bonus. How do I calculate the unilevel bonus? Well, I've got a quick calculator in my head. I always say that the unilevel bonus on levels 1 to 4 is 10% of whatever the fast start bonus is. So for example, if you introduce somebody at $1,000, your fast start bonus will be $150. So that's 15% of 1,000. Your unilevel bonus will be 10% of 150. So you get $15 as a unilevel bonus. So your total income for introducing somebody directly on a $1,000 pack would actually be $165. Again, if you introduce them on a $300 pack, your fast start bonus would be 15%, which is $45. And then your unilevel bonus would be 10% of that $45. So you get $4.50. So total for introducing somebody on a $300 pack, your total earnings across the fast start bonus and the unilevel bonus will be $49.50. Okay. The fast start bonus is paid immediately into your available balance in your back office and is available to withdraw, providing you've got a minimum of $100 to withdraw from Cashfx, because that's the minimum withdrawal level. The unilevel bonus is paid every Saturday at around 6 p.m. UK time. I don't know what that works out everywhere around the world, but it's normally around 6 to 7 p.m. in the UK. So that's how the unilevel takes care of the fast start and the unilevel bonuses. Okay? And that's why it's called a unilevel bonus, because it's controlled by the unilevel. So then that person goes into position 1 on your force matrix. You don't earn anything there yet for her being there. She just gets placed in the matrix. Then you introduce another guy, and again, you get a fast start bonus and a unilevel bonus because he's on level 1. Unilevel bonus on level 1 is 10%. And again, that guy goes into your position on your matrix. Then you introduce another girl, get a fast start and a unilevel. Goes in position 3 on level 1 of the matrix. Now, this guy introduces this girl. Okay. You didn't introduce this girl, he did. So now he gets the fast start bonus. You don't get a fast start bonus for his introductions. Okay. And he also gets a unilevel bonus. So let's say this girl came in on a $1,000 pack. He would now earn $150 in a fast start and $15 in a unilevel bonus. So he would get $165. However, because this person is on the level 2 of your unilevel bonus, and even when you begin, you get paid to 4 levels, 10% down 4 levels, you earn the same unilevel bonus as him. So you get 10% unilevel bonus, 10% of the fast start. So you get $15, okay, if she was on a $1,000 pack. That's how the unilevel takes care of the unilevel bonuses, okay? So that's fairly straightforward. And again, she goes over that position on the matrix. You introduce that guy. Now, at this particular point, something magical happened. The lady that you introduced first has earned a little bit of money and has got over $100 to withdraw. and she withdraws that money from Cashfx to her Bitcoin wallet. When that lady withdraws money, you get a matrix bonus. In other words, you get paid on her withdrawal, a percentage of that. Now, we all know about the success fee, that whenever somebody takes money out of Cashfx, 20% of that is taken for a success fee. And I've had people moan to me about that, and I question why. Now, if the company kept that 20% for themselves, I'd be on their side. I'd be moaning with them, because I would think it's unfair. But the company don't keep that 20%. This company puts 100% of the income back into the network. Again, a first for this industry. So that 20% bonus feeds the matrix payments. So the fact that we're all paying 20% into the matrix makes this business really, really, really attractive for people who want to be passive, because it means they get that extra income stream, even if they're passive. Okay. You don't have to introduce people to earn a matrix bonus. As long as you're in the matrix and there are people underneath you withdrawing money, boom, you get paid. Okay. So in this case, that lady in the pink top, she withdrew some money and you got a matrix bonus. Woohoo! Then obviously that guy that you introduce goes in that position on your force matrix. Then that guy goes in that position. And he introduces a lady. Oh, and now what happened is that the guy you introduced second, he's made a withdrawal. You get a matrix bonus. Okay, so now you've got fast start bonuses and Unilevel bonuses for bringing new members into your team, and you're getting Unilevel bonuses when those guys are bringing new members into your team. And now you're getting matrix bonuses every time any member of that team withdraws money. There's an old saying in England, and we have this saying called making money hand over fist. It means you're making a lot of money, and this business, you're making money hand over fist. Okay. You're making a lot of money here. You're making fast start bonus, Unilevel bonus, matrix bonus. There's another bonus on the matrix, which I'm not going to go into, called matching bonus, which is another bonus you get on the withdrawals, but I'm going to leave that for another time. So now you've got some more money from the matrix. So you can see now how the matrix starts to pay you as well. Okay. And this lady then goes there, and then he introduces another person. Oh, and now this lady's withdrawn some money. Now you get matrix bonus again. And as you can see, as the matrix fills in the way that it should, the structured manner that it should fill, you can see now that the Unilevel is really all about new members joining. Okay. And the Unilevel pays out or takes control of the fast start bonuses. That really is on your personal introductions, and also the Unilevel bonuses. Okay. So the Unilevel is all about new members in. The force matrix, on the other hand, is really about existing members withdrawing dollar amounts from their Cashfx accounts. And obviously when they do that, you get matrix bonus and matrix matching bonus. Again, I'm not going to go into that too deeply today. Okay. So let's just round this out. So the Unilevel bonus, this is a sheet from the pay plan. And as you can see, when anyone ever joins, when they're what we call an ace trader, they get paid out level 1, 2, 3, 4, 10%. When they become an executive, they get level 5 and 6 at 20%. Manager, as I am now, you get an extra 5% down level 7 and 8. When you get to director, you get level 9. And when you get to where Richard is in the President's Club, you're getting paid down 10 levels, plus you're getting 1% global bonus down to infinity. And that's what I said earlier. You can get paid on every level of the Unilevel once you're in the President's Club. And you could, that could be massive. I know that Richard's income shot up quite considerably as a result of his global bonus. So there's an interesting point here. And I'm going to cover this. There's two things in the next two slides, which I don't think most people see. And I spotted this a few weeks ago, and it blew my mind. And the first thing is that 55% of the income in the Unilevel is in level 4 to level 9. Sorry, level 5 to level 9. 55% of the money is in level 5 to 9. I'll just let that sink in. So the question to you is, the question that I have for you is, how fast do you want to get to executive? How fast do you want to get to manager? How fast do you want to get to director? Because you're going to increase your income potential by 55% of what you're earning now. That's one heck of a pay rise for building a team. Okay. And there are people in this business, people in my team who are going for it. And then, I mean, are really going for it. Okay. I've got managers in my team. I've got executives in my team, and they're going for it because they know where the money is. So in the uni level, just consider that level 5 to level 9 is where level 5 and 6, when you get to executive, 40% of that 55% is in that executive position. So my question to you is, how fast do you want to get to executive now? You should make that your priority. You should make it your goal. Richard and I, particularly Richard, has spoken about setting SMART goals again and again and again and again. Richard sets them, I set them. I mean, do you think Richard is in the President's Club and sat there with his feet up all day? I can tell you he's not, because I speak to Richard all the time. He's always doing presentation calls. He's working with his team. He's building his position to the next level, which is the ambassador position. He's not taking it easy. He wants to go to the top of the business, which is the global ambassador. I want to go to the top of the business. Martin Aramo wants to go to the top of the business. You know, everyone wants to get to the top. The leaders in this company understand that the faster you build these ranks, the more money you'll make. And 55% of the money in the uni level is in between level 5 and 9. Remember that. Now, let's look at the matrix, because again, there's something here which I don't think most people have understood. When you join the matrix and you're on a $300 or $500 pack, effectively you get paid out the first 3 levels at 3%. Okay. Now, how you get paid out in the matrix is dependent on what pack you're on. The bigger the pack you're on, the more you get paid in the matrix. Okay. So you can see that between levels, a 300 or 500 pack, you get paid to level 3 at 3%. At level 4, when you've got a $1,000 pack, you get 5% on level 4 of the matrix. And so on. Level 5 gives you a 2,000 pack gives you 6% on level 5, a 5K pack gives you 10% on level 6, 10K pack gives you 30% on level 7, 20K pack gives you 20% on level 8, and a 30K pack gives you 10% on levels 9 and 10. But here's another thing which I think most people miss. 80% of the income in the matrix is in these packs. So my question to you right now is, how fast do you want to get to a 5K pack? How fast do you want to get to a 10K pack? Look at that. You get 30% on level 7. And between the 10K pack and the 20K pack, that's 50% of the 80%. Okay. So 50% of the income of that 80% is in between going from a 10K pack to a 20K pack. That's why I strove to get to a 20K pack as fast as I could. I knew where the money was. Okay. I'm about to go to a 30K pack because I want that extra 10% so that I'm earning the full 80%, the full 100% that's available to me right across all levels of the matrix. So I'm getting the maximum money out of this business. That's why we did a training the other week about not killing the golden goose. In other words, there's people in the business that take lots and lots of money out of it and then find they don't have enough money for an upgrade. They've killed the golden goose. The smart people in this company and the smart people in this business upgrade their packs as fast as they can. They don't see it as a desperate paying bill situation. They see it as a bit of a longer term income strategy and go, right, I'm going to reinvest in my business so my business reinvests in me. Okay. So between The Unilevel, we know that 55% of in the income is between the executive and director positions. And we know that in the matrix, 80% of the income is in between the 5K and 30K pack. So my question to you is, why wouldn't you want to get to director as fast as you can on a 30K pack? If you're going to write a target down, write director 30K, because then you're maximizing the money in the business. You're getting the maximum profit out of the business for the same work ethic, for the same amount of effort. You can work harder, you can work smart. I prefer to work smart. And working smart means build your packs, build your position. How do you do that? Well, you build your team. Don't worry about the matrix. Let the matrix take care of itself. Build your Unilevel. Build as wide as you can, build depth, okay? So, I hope that's been enlightening for you. I hope that's been useful to you. I hope that's helped you understand really the differences between the matrix and the Unilevel and how they build and construct against each other and how the money works in those particular networks and how powerful a system that we have here in Cashfx. I'm going to leave you with a repetition of the fact that I've been in this industry 37 years. As Richard said, I've been the top income earner in 3 companies, still the top income earner in my other company. I know, and let me leave you with this, I've spent 13 years building my other company. Got well in excess of 100,000 people in my team over there. I know that within the next 5 or 6 months, I'll be earning twice the money here that I'm earning there with half the team. Maybe even a quarter of the team. I'm going to be earning twice the money with half or quarter of the team here that I've been earning over there. And I'll have done that in a year as opposed to 13 years that I did over there. Don't get me wrong, I love that business. I get a great income out of it. But this is income on steroids. Income on steroids. And with that, I'm going to hand you back to my good friend and colleague, Richard. And thank you very much for your time and thank you for listening to me. Over to you, Richard.
Thanks, Ray. Brilliant training as always. Hopefully that really helped everyone understand how it works, because it really does take a while to get your head around why they build differently and what that means. And one thing, a couple of things I would add as well, as I trained, I think a couple of weeks ago on this, what we're getting paid now, remember, is just a drop in the ocean to what we're going to get paid a few years from now. Why? It's because every single member in our team, they are basically getting more and more money coming in from the trading. And if they're building the business, they're getting money from that, which is enabling them to upgrade and upgrade and upgrade. So every time they're once they're on the higher packs, when they're withdrawing that money, that 20% is even more. And again, I might reiterate on that, the 20%, no one cares about the 20%. I know that when sometimes people come into the business initially, they look at it as a cost. It is a cost, but the fact is, because you're making so much money, from the rest of it, it doesn't make any difference. People don't worry about the 20%. This is why we have such a high retention rate in Cashfx. And much better that, by the way, than having a monthly fee, which is what empowers most other matrices out there, because there are disadvantages in having a monthly fee. One, the fact that you can't really charge that much, $100, $150, $200, maybe $250. But the downside of that is the higher the cost, the higher the attrition. So you end up with people quitting all the time because people the money's coming out of their bank account up front. Whereas with Cashfx, the money's coming out once you're withdrawing your profits and only that percentage is taken. So the reality is it doesn't make any difference and people don't care about that, but it puts huge money into the rewards plan. And that's the difference. When someone's on your 7th level, if they're on a 100K pack, that can pay you as much as $6,000 from just one person. So if you look at the income being made by yourself and other people in the business, the leaders in the business, you're making a lot more money than anything else I've seen up front. but it's just a drop in the ocean. As we move forward, you're going to see people's incomes grow and grow and grow. This is why we're going to have top leaders in Cashfx earning millions of dollars a week in the coming years. So the potential is off the charts with this business. I'll tell you a funny thing. Ray was talking about, you know, the fact that if you're positioned in an active team and there are people above you building, etc. Well, there is someone in Cashfx who happens to be one of the luckiest people alive, certainly in Cashfx. He's a chap called Al. I have no idea who he is, but someone above me introduced him to Cashfx. He's just a passive member, and he is positioned on my front line of my business. He's in my front three position. And so he has got, I think, around 10,000 people underneath him. So he is making money from the matrix. I can't remember what size pack he's on, but I've noticed that his pack sizes are accelerating because, of course, he's earning serious money, very serious money from the matrix, which is enabling to get up to the 30K pack. So, I mean, he is going to be making thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every single month because he's positioned in such a place. So the matrix is really powerful. You know, you can earn money even as a passive member. You know, so that's, I think, another really great feature of the Cashfx business. Now, one thing I would also just like to sort of finish off on is that it's something that, you know, I've been thinking about quite a bit recently. You know, my business has got to the level that it's at the moment. I've got around 32,000 people in my organization, but I think about, you know, what I did to achieve that. And I look at my other leaders in the business that are on director position, and some of them are going towards president now. They all the same thing. When you join a business like Cashfx, you are starting from scratch. Everyone starts off from scratch. You know, you're going to introduce one person, then another person, and so on and so forth. And I think a lot of people look at these top positions and think, wow, you know, I could never get there. But the thing is, it's not about us. It's what we do initially that counts. It's the effort that we put in initially to start building those foundations to our business. And every single leader in Cashfx started off the same place. They introduced one person, introduce another person, help those people introduce other people, and so on and so forth. And you get up to executive, then you get to manager, then you get to director, and so on and so forth. So it's basically the same for everyone. You know, it seems like a tall mountain to climb. You know, as I said, I'm on 32,000 people in my organization right now, and Ray has got 800 people in his business now. But you watch. The same thing is going to happen for him. He's going to get up to 1,000, then he's going to get up to 2,000, then it's going to go 3,000. And as the numbers start increasing, then the number of people coming into your business starts increasing as well, because you get that exponential growth. You know, if you've got one person and they introduce one person, that's two people. But if you've got 10,000 people introducing just one person, that's 10,000 people joining your business. So it doesn't work like that because not everyone's active, etc. But that just illustrates the point that as the number of people in your business increases, the speed of your business also increases. Now, we must remember that in the next few months, there is going to be no doubt from anyone. No one can look at Cashfx and say it's this, it's that, or whatever it is. Because in the next few months, we're going to get copy trading. Can't be faked. Your money's in a regulated broker account, so it's completely safe. There's no upfront, no monthly fees. The EA is about to be switched on again, where we can see returns as high as 15%. We're going to have the $2.2 million headquarters opening. We're going to have a government-accredited training program, a first for any network marketing company. We're going to have our own in-house payment processor, and the company is currently working on having our own Bitcoin wallet backed up by a European bank. Guys, it does not get better than that. It is going to be like shooting fish in the barrel to build the business when we get all those, because no one can look at it and go, well, Cashfx is a Ponzi. Well, they may well be, but they can't touch your money. So who cares? That's the point. It takes that little doubt out of people's minds. The presentations that we do are going to be very short because we won't need to have to go through all the due diligence. We'll talk about EverFX, how serious a company they are. Your money's with EverFX. We're making this much money. There's no upfront, no monthly fees. Any questions? I mean, that's it. So you are such in a right place at the right time with this incredible plan, which is the best plan I've ever seen by far. It's genius. It pays out 10 times more money than anything else I've seen, but without any upfront fees or monthly fees. So clever. And as I said, over time, what you're going to see is the incomes are going to go up and up. If the business does not grow at all, so if your team, stops growing, your income's still going to go up and up. Why? Because the money's coming in from the $5.3 trillion a day market, and you're just going to see that go up and up and up over time. So, my point being is this. Everyone starts off from the beginning. It's very easy to look at the top of a mountain and go, oh my goodness, that's a long way, and I'm not even going to start. And I think that's what happens with a lot of people. They look at the top leaders and they go, I could never get there. The point is, every single person on this call can get there if you take the first step and then take another step, then another step. And how quickly you grow is dependent on how much effort you put into the business. You'll hear me talk about this again and again and again. If you look at the top leaders in the business, they're all very different people. They're from different countries. They're from different ages, different genders, totally different personalities. People have come from successful backgrounds. People have come from no experience at all, and yet they're still achieving this success. And if you look at those people, they have three things in common. They have a very strong why. They've got a real want to build something special. They've set SMART goals, so they've got something to aim for, and then they are on it and on it and on it. And for those of you that have seen me in other presentations, you'll hear me saying this again and again and again. It's that every single top leader in the business, you talk to them, they are busy, they're on it, they're treating the business like a world-class business that it is, and are putting in the time and effort to build a business. So you're setting yourself goals. Introduce 3 people. Help those people get to, start building their own businesses. Get yourself to executive. Help those people then get to executive themselves, which helps you to get manager. And as I said, it's step by step by step. And it's extraordinary, because you get to a point, suddenly you go, wow, how did all this happen? My team is now growing by 9,000 people a month. Is that anything I can stop? No, it's nothing to do with me. It's because of the people in my business are building their own businesses. But it all started off from just a small step by step by step process. So as the old saying goes, how do you eat an elephant? It's a bite at a time. It's the same thing with this business. And the speed of how you eat that elephant is down to you. If you eat it quickly, then you can get to where you want to be much faster. So, that's my advice to you guys. You really are in the right place at the right time with Cashfx. When we get those incredible developments in the next month or so, you're going to have the best business in the world, and everyone's going to know that at that point. And that's why it's going to be like a gold rush of people coming into the business when that happens. So you want to position yourself. The bigger you build your team right now before that happens, then you're going to see that. And I was talking to Ray earlier today, the fact that he's got 800 people in his business. In the next few months, he's going to get up to director, and he's going to have over 1,000, then 2,000 people. When those fantastic developments happen, his business will just go boom overnight. So the bigger you build your team right now, the bigger the income you're going to make. So anyway, so I hope that that concludes today's presentation. I hope you found that helpful, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. Just to give you guys a heads up, by the way, we are currently something that I'm really excited about. When I say we, it's actually Ray is developing something incredibly exciting. As you know, we do our live presentations, business presentations, every day, sometimes twice a day. But it depends on where you are around the world. There may be days where you're not getting presentations, etc. Well, Ray, to his absolute credit, has been out there researching, looking at different companies, and we are going to be testing today the new system, which we're hoping to launch next week, hopefully, which will enable us to have a live, and I put in inverted commas around that, presentation every hour, on the hour, 24/7. So it won't matter where you are around the world, you'll be able to plug someone into a presentation within an hour. So it is actually going to be a recording, but it's going to look like a live presentation. So a prospect looking at that will only see what looks like a live presentation, but they'll be able to have a presentation every hour, on the hour, 24/7. So you could imagine what that's going to do with the business. So plug yourself into the Power Build system, use the system to build the business, let the tools do the work for you. Remember, you're not trying to convince people, you're not trying to sell anything to anyone, you're just inviting people to the presentation, and you're going to have a presentation on the hour every hour, which is really going to help explode the business. So exciting times, guys, and so I hope you found that helpful. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care.